Welcome back to Gain and Grow. Picture this. You walk into the gym for the first time, heart pounding, palms sweaty, wondering if everyone can tell you have absolutely no clue what you're doing. That intimidating feeling of being the smallest person in a room full of muscle-bound giants who seem to move weights around like they're made of paper. Well, here's the thing that nobody tells you when you're starting out. Every single person in that gym was once exactly where you are right now. Today I'm going to give you the complete roadmap that I wish someone had handed me when I first stepped foot in a gym. We're talking about everything from finding your why and setting realistic goals, to understanding nutrition basics, choosing the right supplements, and designing a beginner workout that actually works. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to walk into any gym with confidence and start building the physique you want. But before we dive into the practical stuff, let's talk about the most important thing that will determine whether you succeed or quit after 2 weeks: your motivation. And I'm not talking about the surface level stuff like wanting to look good for summer or impressing someone. I'm talking about finding a deeper reason that will keep you going when the novelty wears off and the real work begins. Maybe you're tired of feeling weak and want to build genuine strength. Maybe you want to set a positive example for your kids, or prove to yourself that you can commit to something challenging. Maybe you're dealing with health issues and need to take control of your physical well-being. Whatever it is, you need to get crystal clear on your why, because there will be days when motivation is nowhere to be found. And that's when your deeper purpose will carry you through. Here's what I see happen to most beginners. They get excited, jump in with unrealistic expectations, try to change everything at once, burn out within a month, and then feel guilty about quitting. Sound familiar? The key is starting with sustainable changes and building momentum gradually. Let's start with nutrition, because you can't out-train a bad diet. Now, I'm not saying you need to immediately start weighing every gram of food and tracking macros like a competitive bodybuilder. That's a recipe for burnout. But you do need to understand some basic principles about how much you should be eating. The first step is figuring out your maintenance calories. This is the amount of energy your body needs to maintain its current weight. You can find online calculators that will give you a rough estimate based on your age, height, weight, and activity level. Remember, these calculators aren't perfect, so you'll need to monitor your weight for at least 10 days to see if the estimate is accurate. Here's the thing about calorie calculators. You need to be completely honest with your inputs. Don't lie about your activity level or current weight because you think it will give you better results. The only person you're cheating is yourself. Once you know your maintenance calories, you can decide whether you want to be in a slight surplus to build muscle or a slight deficit to lose fat. For most beginners, I recommend starting with maintenance calories and focusing on building good habits before trying to manipulate your weight. Now, what should you actually eat? Here's the beautiful truth that the fitness industry doesn't want you to know. You don't need to completely overhaul your diet immediately. If you're currently eating a reasonably balanced diet with whole foods, you can keep eating the same things you enjoy. The key is understanding portion control and gradually making small improvements. Focus on getting adequate protein, which is about 1 gram per pound of body weight. This supports muscle recovery and growth. Include carbohydrates to fuel your workouts, especially if you're doing intense exercise. And don't fear healthy fats, which are essential for hormone production and overall health. The biggest mistake I made when starting out was thinking I had to eat like a monk and give up all my favorite foods. This led to an unhealthy relationship with food where I felt guilty every time I ate something that wasn't on my approved list. Don't make this mistake. Include foods you enjoy in appropriate portions, and focus on getting most of your calories from nutritious whole foods. Let's talk about supplements, because this is where a lot of beginners get overwhelmed or waste money on products they don't need. The supplement industry is massive and very good at marketing, but the truth is that most supplements are unnecessary for beginners. If I had to recommend just 3 supplements for someone starting out, it would be creatine, protein powder, and possibly a pre-workout. That's it. You don't need 20 different bottles of pills and powders promising miraculous results. Creatine is the most researched supplement in the world and has been proven safe and effective for improving strength and power output. Take 5 grams daily, every day, regardless of whether you're training or not. It's that simple. Protein powder is convenient and tasty, making it easier to hit your daily protein targets. It's not magical, it's just food in powder form. Choose a high-quality whey or plant-based protein that you enjoy the taste of. Pre-workout is optional, and something I'm honestly on the fence about recommending to beginners. Some products contain way too much caffeine and other stimulants that can be problematic. If you choose to use pre-workout, start with half the recommended dose and only use it when you really need that extra energy boost. Avoid test boosters, fat burners, and other supplements that make bold claims. Most of these products are either ineffective or potentially harmful. Stick with the basics and invest your money in good food instead. Now let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the actual training. Walking into a gym for the first time can feel overwhelming. There are machines everywhere, free weights that look intimidating, and people who seem to know exactly what they're doing. Take a deep breath and remember that everyone started somewhere. The workout philosophy I recommend for beginners is simple but effective. Full body compound movements, 3 times per week, with rest days in between. think Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This gives you adequate recovery time while establishing a consistent routine. Compound exercises are movements that work multiple muscle groups simultaneously. These are your bread and butter as a beginner because they give you the most bang for your buck. We're talking about squats, deadlifts, bench press, and rows. These exercises will build more muscle and strength than any isolation exercise ever could. Here's the workout structure I wish I had started with. Each session includes a squat variation for your legs, a pressing movement for your upper body, and a pulling exercise for your back. That's it. Simple, effective, and sustainable. For your lower body, master the squat first. This single exercise will build your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and core. Don't make the mistake I made of skipping leg training because you think walking around is enough exercise for your legs. Trust me, you don't want to end up looking like your upper body is being supported by toothpicks. For pressing, start with the bench press. Learn proper form with a pause at the bottom before pressing back up. This builds your chest, shoulders, and triceps while teaching you control and stability. Starting with paused reps might seem harder, but it will make you stronger in the long run. For pulling, incorporate barbell rows or T-bar rows. These exercises build your back, rear delts, and biceps while improving your posture. Here's a pro tip that most beginners don't know. Do more pulling than pressing. This will prevent the rounded shoulder posture that comes from too much chest training. Add in Romanian deadlifts for your posterior chain, which includes your glutes, hamstrings, and lower back. This exercise is crucial for developing strength and preventing injury. Finally, include some direct arm training if it makes you happy. Let's be honest, everyone wants bigger arms, and there's nothing wrong with adding some barbell curls to your routine. While compound movements will build your arms indirectly, a little direct work won't hurt and will keep you motivated. Keep your rep ranges in the 5 to 8 range for now. This builds strength while still promoting muscle growth. As a beginner, you should be able to add weight to your lifts every single week. When that stops working, you can invest in some microplates to slow down the progression and continue making gains. Here's something crucial that I completely ignored when starting out: tracking your workouts. Write down what you did, how much weight you used, and how many reps you completed. This simple habit will accelerate your progress more than any fancy program or supplement ever could. Progressive overload is the principle that drives all muscle and strength gains. If you're not gradually increasing the demands on your muscles, they have no reason to grow. Tracking ensures you're always pushing forward instead of just going through the motions. Let's address the elephant in the room: gym intimidation. I thought everyone was judging me when I first started, and it affected my confidence and willingness to try new exercises. Here's the reality check you need. Most people in the gym are focused on their own workouts and aren't paying attention to what you're doing. And the ones who do notice, they respect you for being there and working on improving yourself. The gym community is generally very supportive, especially toward beginners who show up consistently and put in effort. Don't let fear of judgment prevent you from pursuing your goals. Everyone in that gym was once exactly where you are now. As you get more comfortable with the basic movements, you can start thinking about progression and adding variety. But for your first few months, focus on mastering these fundamental exercises and building consistency. This is your foundation phase, and it's crucial to get it right. One mistake I see beginners make is jumping from program to program, looking for the perfect routine. The truth is that any reasonable program will work if you stick with it consistently. The magic isn't in finding the perfect program, it's in showing up regularly and putting in the work. Another common error is doing too much too soon. Your muscles, joints, and nervous system need time to adapt to the new demands you're placing on them. Start conservatively and gradually increase the volume and intensity over time. This approach might feel slow, but it will keep you healthy and training consistently for years to come. Hydration is something that often gets overlooked, but plays a huge role in your performance and recovery. Aim for at least half your body weight in ounces of water daily, and more if you're sweating during workouts. Proper hydration supports every function in your body and can make a noticeable difference in how you feel during training. Recovery is just as important as the training itself. Your muscles grow during rest periods, not during the workout. Make sure you're getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. This is when your body repairs and rebuilds the muscle tissue you've broken down during training. Don't underestimate the importance of warming up before your workouts. Spend 5 to 10 minutes doing light cardio and dynamic stretching to prepare your body for the work ahead. This reduces injury risk and can improve your performance during the session. Similarly, cooling down after your workout helps your body transition back to its resting state. Light walking and static stretching can help reduce muscle soreness and improve flexibility over time. Listen to your body throughout this process. Some muscle soreness is normal, especially when you're starting out, but sharp pain or discomfort that doesn't improve with rest could indicate an injury. Don't try to push through real pain. It's better to take a day off than to sideline yourself for weeks with an injury. Here's something that took me years to learn. Faster and harder isn't always better. Focus on quality over quantity. Perfect your form before adding weight, and prioritize consistency over intensity. The person who trains moderately 3 times per week for a year will see better results than someone who goes all out for a month and then burns out. Staying motivated long-term requires finding ways to make fitness enjoyable. Experiment with different types of exercise to see what you naturally gravitate toward. Maybe you love the meditative aspect of lifting weights, or perhaps you prefer the social aspect of group classes. Find what works for you and lean into it. Track your progress in multiple ways beyond just the scale. Take progress photos, measure your strength gains, notice improvements in energy levels and sleep quality. These victories will keep you motivated when the scale isn't moving in the direction you want. Consider finding a workout partner or joining a fitness community. Having support and accountability can make a huge difference in your consistency and enjoyment of the process. Whether it's a friend, family member, or online community, surrounding yourself with like-minded people will help you stay on track. Don't let perfectionism derail your progress. You're going to have days when you don't feel like training, when you eat more than planned, or when life gets in the way of your routine. This is completely normal and doesn't mean you failed. The key is getting back on track as quickly as possible without beating yourself up. Remember that fitness is a lifetime journey, not a destination. There's no finish line where you suddenly become perfectly fit and never have to work at it again. Embrace the process and find ways to make it sustainable for the long term. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. Real changes take time, and the most dramatic transformations happen over months and years, not days and weeks. Focus on building habits that you can maintain for life, rather than looking for quick fixes. Finally, don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Whether it's hiring a personal trainer for a few sessions to learn proper form, asking experienced gym members for advice, or consulting with a nutritionist about your diet, investing in guidance can accelerate your progress and prevent costly mistakes. The gym can seem intimidating at first, but it's really just a place filled with tools to help you become the best version of yourself. Every expert was once a beginner, and every strong person started with an empty barbell. Your fitness journey starts with a single step through those gym doors. Take everything I've shared today and start implementing it gradually. You don't need to change everything at once. Pick 1 or 2 things to focus on this week, master those, then add something new. This approach might seem slower, but it's actually the fastest path to long-term success. Your future self will thank you for starting today, even if it feels overwhelming right now. The best time to start was yesterday, but the second best time is right now. You have everything you need to begin this incredible journey of becoming stronger, healthier, and more confident.